Russell, we at Political Swagger, we understand there are several phases to the political process. Phase 1 is going out to vote, obviously. Phase 2 is following up with our elected officials on their campaign promises and issues.
If John McCain wins, I'm going to be, knocking on his door. I mean, still have these ideas. We want to get in office, and if they're not in office, we still have to, there's so much we've still got to deal with, isn't it? Every day we do the best we can, right? So if we get people, more conscious as a result of them registering and paying attention to this particular election, because they're inspired maybe by the fact that America has a nominee this close to the White House. It shows a shift in consciousness, and certainly the race relations must have changed some. The fact that he's there, and that kind of inspired some people. But those ideas are ideas that have to get in the White House, and we have to pay attention to. So I think that when the prison reform, for example, one of the greatest causes of so much crime in our community is that people we educate to be criminals, by putting them in jail, first-time drug offenders, destroying communities around the country. That's not an easy one for Senator Obama to deal. I mean, it's mostly a state issue, but it's something that he could deal with. But he's not going to deal with it unless the people remind him. That's an issue you talked about briefly during the primaries, not something they're going to talk about a lot. And no one can do any work without the people's support. It's very difficult to make change without the people talking about it.
What does the I Am Change slogan mean to you?
Well, it means a lot. There's so many initiatives. Rock the Vote and Rap the Vote and Hip Hop Summit and Hip Hop Caucus and Vote a Latino and Bow Wow's Marching for Change and Puffy's on the Road and Jay-Z's free concerts and the work there's so much going on, and I Am Change is one of those great initiatives. It's really, I don't know the details. I was standing next to Hassan, and he said what it meant. It was crazy. It was like he had every letter laid out, and it was very inspiring what he said. He'll probably give you detail. My thing is just to be here for him. I left an event just before this, Yogis for Obama. I mean, I'm involved in many, show up in many places.